Hi, I'm Dr. Alan Lifton, and this is Brainsplained, and we're going through some wrong thinking related to basic health, and today it's diet delusions. So I was thinking maybe I should write a diet book, and then I realized I really cannot. The diet books will tell you about some method that is very easy and causes you to lose a lot of weight in a very short period of time. And my theory is that I can teach you how to lose very little weight in a very long period of time by doing a lot of hard work. So I think if I was going to enter that field, I would have a significant disadvantage in terms of the commercial potential of my product, because unfortunately I'm stuck dealing with truth. And the truth is, if you want to lose weight, it's going to be a very difficult process. So the wrong thought with diets, and the reason why diets are a delusion, is because, first of all, we're dealing with the wrong problem. It's the same story as when you go in the kitchen and start cooking the wrong recipe. You're making chicken instead of apple pie. It's never going to work. There was a little bit of disgruntlement among some of the older physicians when we decided that obesity would become a disease, because we said, well, it's not a disease. There's nothing actually physically wrong with the people. And that's a very important point. There's nothing wrong with the people who are obese. They're acting physiologically normal. These are normal humans who are having a normal response to their behavior. They're getting too many calories, they're getting not enough exercise, and the result of that is obesity. On the side of the people who have this problem, they recognize that they have a weight problem. They say, "Oh, I'm too heavy. That's my problem." But that isn't the problem. The problem is that they have unhealthy lifestyle. Unhealthy lifestyle in which we exercise too little, we eat too much, or we eat the wrong foods, causes us to be obese, have overweight, and those are manifestations of the underlying problem. Those are some of the things that we can see, but they're not the actual dilemma. And I can say, go home and change your clothes. It's very easy. You just go home and you change your clothes and you put on new clothes. We kind of have this thinking that there is a magical solution to changing lifestyle, like changing clothes, but changing lifestyle is a complicated thing, because a lifestyle is a consequence of a series of choices. It's what I choose to do all day long, every day, over a period of a long time, over the period of a life. So what did I do this year? What do I do every day? What do I do with my free time? What do I decide when confronted with options? That's lifestyle, but really that's also me. I am basically the product of my behaviors. I'm what I do. I'm what I choose to do. When I say, "Oh, that guy's a hero," you say, "Well, why? What did he do?" And you say, "Oh, well, he saved all the people in harm's way and put himself in danger, and he risked everything." And it's actions. It's what he chose to do. And why he chose to do things is because he's got certain assumptions, certain ideas, certain thought processes. It is essentially you. It would be magic if I could suddenly change who you are. I would need to just somehow take something that's required your entire life and instantaneously turn it around and remove all the habits that you've acquired and change all of your thinking patterns. That's just not how it's going to be. Changing a lifestyle requires that first I change you. I have to change who you are. You have to change you. You have to change who you are. You have to change how you think. And so the problem is actually a much bigger problem than just changing weight. And evidence is very powerful on this issue. Diets basically don't work. All the research on the diets, when you read it, it's kind of disappointing. This diet worked very well. The patients lost 3 or 4 kilograms over a period of 3 months or something. And when you look, it was like less than 5% or between 5 and 10% of their body weight. And you are sitting there thinking, well, it wasn't really that much weight loss, and it really wasn't that dramatic. There's all these diets out there. There's this keto diet or the grapefruit diet or the South Beach diet or whatever diet that's some kind of a fad. And none of them seem to be making a big dent in the situation with the population obesity. So if they're working, they're certainly only working for a very small number of people. And so clearly they're not the solution. It would be awfully nice if they were. It would be awfully nice if it was easy, but in fact, it's not. It's in fact very hard. There's another component to the diet delusion that's terribly important, and that's that I can go on a diet. That whole concept. I can do this. I can temporarily perform some function. I can go on it and I can go off it. Because if you can go on it, you can go off it. This is going to be a binary outcome, right? I'm going to either be one way or the other. But that's an inaccurate thought process, because whatever I'm doing, I'm living my life. This is it. And I'm living my life in a certain fashion every day, and I'm looking at things and I'm thinking about them a certain way. I'm looking at cookies and I'm saying, wow, cookies, those are delicious. I love cookies. Or I'm looking at cookies and I'm saying, those taste good, but they're very dangerous. I've got to watch out for those things. Those things will cause my death. Those are different thought processes that come to us spontaneously when we look at cookies. It depends on who we are. I can't very much go on a diet and then go off a diet. So that's the other component of the delusion, that somehow transiently, temporarily, I'm going to come up with a solution to a problem that is in fact coming from the essence of who I have become. And hopefully that's somewhat brain-splained about diets and wrong thoughts and how they affect our health. And I'm Dr. Lifton for Brain Splained. Okay, so here's my magic wand. Poof, you're someone else now.